Hi! So, P11, the graffiti writing on Venice, was actually a really cool experience for me because I've never done anything with spray paint before. Like, anything. I've watched my dad do it because he's a carpenter and he's helped me out with some other projects, school projects from like high school, but I've never actually gotten to do it myself. So, this was a cool first experience for me. Also, I did go to Venice with my dad because I like bringing him places. And it was kind of funny because we couldn't find the walls at first. And so, of course, we had to park really far away. And we ended up passing like 3 different medical marijuana places. And my dad was like, how does one exactly get a doctorate in Kush? I don't know, but that made me laugh. And once we actually found the walls, because they're giant cones that are colorful and really hard to miss, I went over there and I got my permit and everything. But before I actually started, I just walked around and looked at everything, and I thought it was really cool because, I don't know, graffiti is interesting when it isn't in a legal place, I guess. And so to see a place where it's totally fine to do this, like, people went so all out with all their stuff, there was like huge murals across multiple walls, and it was really cool. It's just, you don't really get to see that all that often, at least to that degree. And, I don't know, when I started, it wasn't that great. Like, I was aware that you had to go in like horizontal motions because I made stencils on the way there. I cut out my stencils. I've since thrown them away because they got all soggy and messed up and sand covered at the beach, and they were just printer paper, so it's not really that big of a loss for me. But I knew that you had to go like in horizontal motions, and I knew that you didn't have to like go really slow because my friend works in an auto repair shop and he has some pretty hilarious horror stories from like airbrushing cars that didn't work out that great. So first time still didn't work out that well, and it got all drippy and it was gross. But the second time I put it right on top of the wall out in the sunlight. It was glorious, and I was very proud of myself. Even though I did end up spray painting my hands like completely. It was awesome because it was like all shiny and gold. That was cool. Let's see what else that happened. I did spend a lot of time just walking around and looking at everyone's art. I was trying to see if I could recognize anybody's stuff from Art 110. I think I did. I saw one that was like CSULB 2011. And I was like, oh hey, I wonder where they're from. But most of them, it was just art, and I thought that was cool that this place would open up all these walls for graffiti. So that's interesting, and I kind of feel dangerous now because here in my dorm, in my drawers right here, I actually have both of my cans of spray paint. I have my shiny gold that I got at Home Depot for like $3, and it's still pretty full, and I have my brown that I'll probably never use because that's like the most boring color you could ever get for spray paint, like ever. So I haven't, like, this was a really interesting project for me though because it wasn't something I'd ever worked with before, and I got the chance to do it, and I actually really liked it, and it kind of inspired me to go tagging. But I won't. If I do it again, I'll go to Venice and I'll be legal about it. But it was cool. I'd like to look into it more because it was a fun thing to do and it wasn't that difficult. So that's all.